up to 3% a day. Not a year, a day. On money you never had to touch. The man promising it was Ramil Palafox. His company, PGI Global, told members it was trading Bitcoin for them. Around the world, 90,000 people believed him, and they sent their money in over about 2 years. In total, they handed over more than $201 million. At least $62 million is gone. Here is what PGI Global was actually doing. It was not trading Bitcoin at anything close to the scale those daily returns would have required. Not close. Palafox was paying investors back with their own money, or with money taken from newer investors. Old money out, new money in. That was the whole business. That arrangement has a name. It is a Ponzi scheme, and it holds up only while new people arrive. So from its very first day, the whole thing had a clock running on it, quietly counting down. And the man selling it kept selling. Court documents describe Palafox as PGI Global's chief promoter. What you bought had a name too. A membership package. You paid in dollars, or you paid in Bitcoin. About $30 million arrived as ordinary money. More than 8,000 Bitcoin arrived on top of that. At the moment those coins went in, they were together worth $171 million. Then Palafox built the part that made all of it work. A page showing every member their own balance. The number on that page went up every day for 2 years, and none of it was real. Palafox admitted in court that he made that page misrepresent again and again that people's investments were gaining value. So there was nothing to check against. You logged in, you saw a bigger number, and you believed it. While those balances were climbing on the screen, the real money was already heading out the door. $3 million went on 20 luxury cars: Porsche, Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari, Bentley, and more. Another $329,000 went on penthouse suites at a luxury hotel chain. 4 homes in Las Vegas and in Los Angeles worth more than $6 million between them. And another $3 million on clothing, watches, jewelry, and home furnishings bought at luxury retailers. None of that came out of trading profits, for the very simple reason that there were no trading profits. Every dollar of it came from people who had been told that their money was safe and growing. A scheme built this way has one rule. The money going out to older members has to stay smaller than the money coming in from newer ones. The day that stops being true, it collapses, because there is nothing underneath it holding any of it up. No trading, no assets, no reserve. And then came the part every scheme like this reaches: people wanting their money back out again. The federal market regulator later sued Palafox. Its complaint alleges that from around November 2020, PGI Global limited what members could withdraw, and that by February 2021 it had largely stopped paying members at all. That lawsuit has not been decided. The same complaint also alleges that federal tax investigators seized the company's own website in October 2021. By then, it was finished. 90,000 people and more than $201 million. At least $62.7 million of that was simply gone, and none of it has come back. A federal arrest warrant went out in March 2025, and the case landed in a federal court in Virginia. On the 16th of September 2025, Ramil Palafox pleaded guilty to wire fraud and to money laundering. Wire fraud means using electronic communications, a website, an email, a bank transfer, to carry out a scheme to take other people's money. The FBI's Washington field office and federal tax investigators had spent that time pulling the company apart. He faced up to 40 years in prison, and he agreed to pay back $62.7 million. On the 12th of February 2026, a federal judge sentenced Ramil Palafox to 20 years in prison. 20 years. Ramil Palafox was 61 years old on the day the sentence came down in Virginia. He is held at a federal prison medical center in Texas, with a projected release date in April 2043. One part of this is not finished. Palafox has appealed, and a federal appeals court has not yet ruled. For now, his conviction and his sentence both stand, unless and until that appeals court decides otherwise. A restitution claims process does exist. Whether it ever fills a $62 million hole, no public record says. All of it rested on a single page, showing a single number, going quietly up every day. 90,000 people believed that number. They put more than $201 million behind it. The number on the screen was the product all along. The trading behind it never was.